Hi everyone, Edna Kimble, Edna Sells, Century 21 Wright Real Estate, and welcome to today's podcast where we have a really special guest. Today we are talking fire prevention, and we're actually doing it in honor of the 100th anniversary of the Fire Prevention Week, and that's been running since 1925. And every year about this time we start talking about fire prevention and house safety, just because we start using heaters and that type of thing. So today we have with us a very special guest. We have the actual chief of the fire department. Is that the proper term?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, for Tahlequah. Now, are you Tahlequah or Cherokee County?
Tahlequah Fire Chief.
Tahlequah Fire Chief, and so you're basically head of the firefighters.
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to get the terminology correct. Not firemen, but firefighters, because we do have some females on the department, right?
Yes, we currently have one female that's on our department. And just to kind of go back on the departments, there's actually 14 departments in Cherokee County. And so there's rural departments, and in Tahlequah is basically the city, and the town of Halbert has a fire department. And then the rest of them are in the rural areas.
Okay, great. So do the volunteer departments fall under those 14 categories?
Yes.
Okay, so that's where that comes from. Okay, and so how long have you been a firefighter?
So I started in 1996, which that would be, 20?
Whoa. You were 12 when you started,
know.
right?
Actually, I was 5.
In case you're doing the math.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long have you been chief?
So I became chief a couple years ago when Wright retired, and he took another job with the city. So I started working as the fire chief. I was the assistant chief in, I think, 2017 to about 2020, and then right when the pandemic hit is when they got promoted to chief.
When Ray said, "I'm out of here."
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But fortunately, Ray is still serving the community in just another capacity.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so tell us why is this time of year so important for fire prevention?
So basically, this is kind of the fire prevention month. It's when the schools in the rural areas and the city, they kind of teach their fire safety to the students. What's special to us this year is this is going to be the actual year that we actually get to go back into the schools. It's been 2 years since we've done that, and so we're really excited about doing that.
Oh, wow. And is that, because now I'm going to tell my age, is the stop, drop, and roll, is that still, the firemen used to come to the school with the big red truck and teach that?
I think it's stop, drop, and roll, or get low and go.
Get low and go. That's good. Okay, fun.
So one of the things that we've kind of started right before the pandemic hit, I think we've done it 1 or 2 times. I can't remember, but we built a skit. So we had some donation from Lowe's, and we actually built a skit that we take to the schools and actually put on in the auditorium, put them on stage, and we actually do a full-blown skit for the fire prevention.
That is great. So you kind of show them what to do and what to expect.
Yes, and our role players are the firefighters, so they get to interact with the group and everything.
I bet they love that.
They do.
Yes, that's fantastic. Okay, and so what are maybe the top 3 to 5 causes of house fires?
Well, naturally it depends on what time of the season it is, but typically, coming up on winter time, it's usually a heating issue, and then also, all the grass is dying. So we have
brush fires.
Yeah, grass fires are prominent in the winter times, and then also in the fall. So cooking fires is one that we go on quite a bit, and just space heaters and stuff. People trying to stay warm and different things that causes fires.
Okay. And I can unfortunately say that the grass fires, those get out of hand so fast. Oh.
Yes, and I think right now, all the surrounding counties, except for Cherokee, is under a burn ban right now.
Okay.
So maybe that's coming. I don't know. We kind of coincide with the county commissioners and the rural departments to kind of, there's certain criteria that has to be met before we can do that.
Keep that under control.
Yeah.
And then I've had my own cooking fire also. Yeah. And so what's the best way to put the cooking fire out? Other than calling 911, but if it's just something really small.
Well, we don't want to put water on it,
No water.
So the best way to do that is to smother, a flour, cover it with a pan, something like that on the grease fire.
Okay.
So, and that's typically, best thing to do is have a fire extinguisher handy. We encourage that with all the homeowners to have a fire extinguisher in the kitchen area or close to the kitchen area so they can put that out.
Okay, and I did just a quick research before. Right now, Tahlequah Lumber has them on sale, the small kitchen size, and they're only $17. So
Right.
everyone go buy one at Tahlequah Lumber and have it in your kitchen. It's super easy and can really, because the thing is most people try to move the pot or the pan that's on fire, and that is like a massive no-no, right? So no water and don't try to move it.
No.
Use the fire extinguisher.
I had to educate my wife the other day on that, which is kind of quite embarrassing. I said, you cause a fire by putting water on that, I'm going to be really upset. So
Yeah, and people think water will put it out, but it will actually
yeah,
make
just
it
kinda makes it worse.
jump out. Yeah. Okay.
We had, what's interesting about cooking fires, we had recently 2 fires kind of back to back that were animals had started the fire. They had reached up, both of them was, I think one was a cat, one was a dog that was reaching up on the stove that was going after another animal or food that was left up there and turned their stove on and caused a fire, which was pretty interesting. The first one was really interesting, and then they was all talking about it, and literally the next day we had the same type fire. So
I can see how that would happen because so many of them are the electronic, all of that. So, okay. Okay, there you go. And so what about electrical fires? Is there really anything to do for a homeowner, or should we just get out and call 911?
So, the best thing to do is to make sure that you get out and stay out. And then, but if you have a fire extinguisher handy, you can try to extinguish those type of fires. But the main thing for you and your family is to get out and you have your meeting place. That's one thing we teach to all the schools. And so when you get out, you have a spot that you guys meet. So when we do show up, you can let us know, hey, everybody's out, or, Junior's in the house and this is his bedroom, so we'll know, because we don't know the layout of the house, and you can let us know so we can go in there. So that's really important, and that's one of the things that we teach. Really, the main thing is the safety of the citizens. Everything can be rebuilt and put back, but your life can't. So we really make sure that you want to get out and stay out.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. So maybe set the family down, talk about the plan. If the fire alarm goes off in the middle of the night, rather than running from room to room, everyone go out and meet in a specific place.
Yeah, and the first thing, like you said, making sure that you have an alarm. That's our main goal, is we want to make sure everybody has a smoke alarm in their residence to alert them to get out. And once they're out, just so they have a spot that they go. Typically, we always say it's the mailbox or the oak tree out in the front yard, whatever. So just as long as you have a designated spot, so when we show up, and then go to the neighbor's house, then call 911. Don't try to call 911 at the house. Don't try to get your phone. Don't try to get, different things. That's, like I said, your life is the most important thing to us, and we'll make sure you get out.
Absolutely. Okay. And then how many fire extinguisher or fire alarms, detectors should you have per house?
So we try to make sure you have one on each floor of your residence.
Oh, okay. Okay. And that usually is enough to do it. Okay. Okay. And then how often should they check those?
Every year.
Okay.
When the time changes is typically a good time to do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We used to do a little video about that on the time changing.
And so that'd be, twice a year. So.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So anything else that we need to let them know about fire prevention and safety?
Well, I just would like to let everybody know that we are going back into the school, so you can let all the, let the parents know their kids are going to be coming home with some stuff from the fire department.
Yeah.
All the talking. We're really excited to get back. We got the 3 main schools. We got Sequoia Elementary that comes to our station and do a tour. We go to Cherokee Nation Immersion School, and today they just went to one. I can't remember the name of it. But anyways, they just got back from another one. So just be prepared that your kids are going to be coming home excited, letting them, so you'll know that, yeah, we were in the school.
Oh, that's fantastic. And I bet they really do. You guys take the truck out and
Yes.
school uniforms
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. Well, I think that's great because that starts the conversation when the kids
Right.
are talking about it. So take advantage of that, set the kids down, make your plan, and be prepared. And don't forget to go buy the smoke detectors, one per floor,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And then go ahead and get the fire extinguisher. I think I hadn't thought about the fire extinguisher on the electrical fires, so it
Yep.
works the same. Okay, fantastic. So how many firefighters are there in Tahlequah at the department?
So Tahlequah has 21 full-time firefighters. So we have 6 per shift, and then we have myself, an assistant chief, and a fire marshal. And then we have, I think it's 11 volunteers that are with us.
Okay, okay. And do they have to volunteer for so long before they become a full-time?
So typically how that is, just when there's an opening, they usually try to apply, but we usually try to get from the volunteers because, you know, we require our volunteers to be just as trained as we are. It's a very tough job to do it for very little pay, especially the volunteers, and you know they're away from their family. They miss activities, they miss holiday stuff, and you know it's if you know one of them, you know just I encourage you to say, you know, I appreciate your service because they really do a lot.
Yeah.
Proud of them.
And recently, I don't know if the entire department was in on this, but you guys became TikTok famous, or are you aware of that, or did I just
Yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about the ragu.
Yes, yeah.
So during the pandemic, I kind of challenged each shift to kind of, to boost the morale of each shift, and so they decided. I didn't care what they did, just do
Right.
something, and they decided to do a TikTok video. Basically, then kind of a spoof off of a current ragu commercial, and they did it, and they posted it on their TikTok page, and so happened that ragu actually saw it, donated quite a bit of ragu sauce.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Actually going to the council meeting, I think it's next week, to see if we can get that to where we can use it as a donation to the fire department.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, well, it was fun to
Yeah,
watch.
it was.
And you guys went viral with it.
It did.
So,
It did go
yes.
viral.
Yeah.
They was kind of thinking I'm gonna have to sign a few autographs and stuff like that.
There's a few of them that are TikTok
Yeah.
famous now,
Yeah,
so yeah, we follow them. And then because you do have they live there and they're on shifts, or how does that work?
So Tahlequah has 2 stations. So we have the one downtown, which is on Chickasaw Street, and then we have one at South Ridge, right kind of across from
I
the
always
entrance
forget
of
about
Heritage
that.
School.
Yeah.
So typically there's 3 that stay at Station 1 and 3 that stay at Station 2 when we get a full staff. And yes, they stay there for 24 hours. The shift starts at 7 in the morning and it ends the following day at 7 in the morning. So
Oh wow.
if they have a busy night, they don't get any sleep, and so it just seems like the town's growing, which
Yes.
it's pretty exciting, and the call volume is getting more and more, and it's just they're not getting as much sleep as they used to.
Full-time job
Yeah,
for sure when
yeah,
they're
yeah.
on. Okay, and do you anticipate adding a third anytime soon, or?
Yeah, we're looking at possibly. There's talks, maybe trying to do a third one out towards the airport.
Mhm.
It's just in the talking stage right now.
Sure.
Kind of. It's looking like the city's, growing to a point that maybe some people say it's going to double in size within the next 10 years. So, and if that's the case, then yes, we're probably going to have a third, and maybe even going down to a 4th station.
Okay, and is it city funded, federally funded, grants, donations?
The
What?
fire department,
Uh-huh.
it's city funded.
City funded.
So your
okay.
tax dollars pay our salary and the
Okay.
equipment. Just got a new fire truck in last month. It took about a year to get in, but we finally got it in. So we're adding to the fleet. So it's pretty exciting times.
That is great then. Okay, and you guys heard it here. Going to double in 10 years. No, he didn't guarantee it.
No.
But possibly. Okay, fantastic. Well, we really appreciate you taking time out, especially during this busy time, to come in. But because we do know this is Fire Prevention Month going into one of the busiest seasons,
Yes.
start thinking about your holiday decor, checking those light strings, Christmas time, fireplaces, all of those things that you guys already know about, but you sometimes forget to put in place. So, yeah, anything else we should add?
Well, you did leave out the holiday of the Halloween's coming up. One of the things we are doing, we're doing a trunk or treat with the city, I think the 31st, which is on, I think, it's Monday this year.
Okay.
It's going to be at the Anthus Brennan Park. So we're going to have our new fire truck out there, and we're going to be handing out candy, I think, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Oh, nice. Okay, fantastic. So bring all the little ghosts and goblins out there.
For sure.
That would be great. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming in today to talk about fire prevention and fire safety. And there is obviously on the city website, you can reach out. There's a lot of great information if you have any questions. And then again, the kiddos are going to get to meet the firefighters and get a lot of additional information. But if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We'll put you in touch with the correct people to get those answers for you. So, okay, well, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in today. And everyone, thanks for watching today's podcast. And remember, fire prevention, it's super important.